First, I'll be talking about how much the IRS owes you money for 2022. I know a lot of you have been waiting on your tax refund from 2022. Some of you have contacted me and said that you have been waiting since 2021. Well, you know the interest if you haven't received your refund, then you know that you're going to get interest on it. How much? 7% interest from the IRS for your late tax refund. And it's not taxable. So I'm going to be talking about why are some of you having delayed tax refunds. This is not for everybody, but for some people, we know this already. We know that some of you have incorrect information. It may just need to be verified by the IRS. Your tax refund, you might just need to verify. You haven't verified. And it could be a simple math error for some of you who have been wondering, do I need to do anything on my end? The IRS has already posted on IRS.gov, and I've been sharing with you every week that it could be something simple. That's why you haven't received a letter from the IRS, and they can correct it on their end. That's why during tax season, you guys, for some of you who filed and you figured that you had an error and you said, let me go back and correct this error, and if you did an amended return, then you waited so long because it was a simple math error that the IRS would later correct on their end, but you went ahead and amended, and it's taking you more than 20 weeks. Some people have contacted me and said on their end that their tax preparer put in the wrong information with regards to their bank account number, and all you have to do is contact the IRS to get that straight. Some people file fuel tax on their tax return, and they ain't supposed to. The tax preparer put it on there. So that's why it's so important, you guys, to make sure that you select your tax preparer wisely when you're selecting during tax season. And sometimes we do make errors. Sometimes tax preparers do make errors. So you got to make sure and contact them about your refund or your tax return to make sure that they didn't make a mistake on your return, okay? Some things, like I said, you just need to verify. It could be your tax refund that need to be verified by the IRS during tax season. A lot of people check their transcripts and different things to help them. They also contacted a taxpayer advocate, the IRS, then House.gov, and some of you said y'all contacted a congressman within your state, but then you didn't hear anything back from them. So you say, I put my contact information, nobody reached out. When you go to that page on House.gov, if you go into a congressman, or if you go on to a senator, if you don't hear anything back from them, go back to that page, get their email, and contact them directly and say, hey, I sent you guys an email some weeks or months ago, and I haven't heard anything. And plus, I hadn't heard anything about my tax refund, and it's been over how many ever months or weeks y'all been waiting. Some of you have been waiting since March. So just let them know and keep contacting them so you can get some help regarding your tax refund. But if you sit up there and say, you know what, I contacted them, they're not doing anything, and you waiting on them, they're not going to reach back to you guys. You got to be serious about what you're doing. Talk to the taxpayer advocate as well as the IRS. Tell them your situation. If some of you, your refund, the whole thing has been taken. We have gone through inflation. I know times are hard. People have lost their homes. People have lost their cars. Some people are not even working, barely can put food on the table. You got to be serious, you guys. If you're in hardship, tell them what you're going through. Let them know, okay? Let them know at House.gov, your senator. That's what we vote for these people for in your state. That's what we vote them for in there. That's their job to do in their office. So don't be afraid to reach out for help regarding this if you need it, especially if you have been waiting so long. And I know a lot of you have been waiting. And it's sad to see some of the comments. By the way, if you do have a comment, you can comment below the video or put it in the chat. Anything that you want to ask me regarding tax information, regarding your refund that you feel I can help. But I know a lot of you are upset. And we have these people in the offices, and that's one part of their job is if you're not getting help regarding the IRS and other state things or things going by the government, you can reach out to your senator and congressman. So please don't hesitate to do that. And please don't hesitate to reach out to the IRS, even though you say that, I tried to contact them and they're not answering. I have had people who they called and nobody answered. It kept going to a machine or something. Then later on, they was actually able, but it's not that many people in there, you guys. I had shared this some weeks ago. It is not too many people in there right now because we way past, tax season, you guys. And so they have limited resources and limited staff. And we know the IRS representative, whoever it may be, have to handle your cases. And it's millions of unprocessed tax refunds. So for those of you who've been contacting me and saying, where my money at? First of all, let me say, I'm not the IRS. I try to help you all regarding anything that you ask me according to my ability. And I'm not even your tax preparer, the ones who are reaching out. But you have to make sure you're reaching out to your congressman, to the IRS. If you can't get the IRS, like I said, the state congressman or the state senate. If they're not reaching back, keep on. During COVID, a lot of people had to get the loans, the PP loans, and the small business loan for their businesses. And guess what? You had to keep reaching out because they had so many people. You guys, there'd be a lot of people within there trying to get help. You guys. So I've been sharing, if you go to the live videos, I've been sharing every week, and the IRS still have not updated their website, you guys. I was trying to get a new update since the last one I put up. And they said, while we are opening mail within our normal time frame, processing these responses is taking longer than usual. Of course, a lot of you know, due to resource restrictions, due to staff. And it says the exact time frame varies depending on the type of issue. So, sometimes when you respond, and you say, when do you think that I will get it? It's based on the IRS. And I know that you don't want to hear this because a lot of you are going through a lot. But all I can say is try to stay positive. I know a lot of you have been both. It's hard to stay positive when you're losing things in your life. I understand some of the people have lost cars, homes, can't pay rent, can't get food. And I'm so sorry for all that. But all I can tell you, if you're not getting it right away, that you're just going to have to wait until you hear something and continue to contact them. And also, if you get a letter or notice, if it's telling you to respond, even if you disagree, please respond. I have to tell people this because they think this is wrong, this is not right, I'm not going to answer this letter. Well, IRS will let you know if you don't respond to that letter, even though you disagree and they're asking you for paperwork to send in, then they're not going to help you. That paperwork, your tax return going to sit there. So what if they're asking for, you send them a note. Make sure you send them a note. Make sure you fax it or send it by tracking, some kind of tracking number, you guys, to keep up with the information that they requested and proof that you answered the notice that will help you, okay? Also, it says, what should you do? Once you answer the letter or notice, you don't need to answer it again. Some people try to answer again like they're amended return again. For amended returns, please do not continue to try to amend or keep sending the tax return in once you do it, because it's just going to delay it even further. It says, we're working through all taxpayer replies in order we receive them, and we'll consider your reply as the date it will receive, not the date we reviewed it. Okay? And I have that on the screen. Let me make sure y'all can see that. Okay? Also, for the paper tax returns, the paper tax returns. They said if you sent a tax return in by mail, of course, by mail, and you have been waiting and you don't see anything on the WMR, you don't see that it's been accepted. They're asking you not, I'm not telling you to do this. This is what the IRS site says to do. If you did a paper return and you don't see no updates and it's been several months, that you might have to file it electronically. Okay, you guys, I know a lot of you do not like to hear that. Okay, let me see. We got a question here, or somebody saying something. Hello, Dr. Nana. Hello, Gloria. Still waiting on an amended return. Sad, need the money. I am so sorry. I know you do. It's a lot of people need the money, especially right now with inflation, high gas prices, high food. I am so sorry too, and I'm hoping that you get it soon. Have you checked your amended on the IRS website, Gloria? Regarding your amended return that is in processing, because even though you might amend them, it takes a while for them to accept it. Then it's the 20 weeks to waiting after they accept it to go into processing. If you have any more questions or concerns, make sure you come in and chat. If you don't right now, you can put it below this video at the end, okay? Just let me know, Gloria, okay? But I'm so sorry about that. I've been trying to help a lot of people, and like again, I'm not your tax preparer, but I am a tax preparer, okay? And I have been seeing a lot of things that have been going on tax season, and what it is, another thing, I know a lot of you don't want to hear this, but it's been a lot of people with fraud. A lot of fraud going on. Sad reality of it that's messing up a lot of good people that filed correct tax return and trying to do everything right. They've been claiming things that they shouldn't. Through tax, like I said, employee retention credit, putting that on there, getting money that they shouldn't. And for the people who did the employee retention credit, if you didn't have the W-2 employees or didn't have everything required and they processes went through, then it's a great possibility that you're going to have to pay that money back during tax season. Because I know with that employee retention credit, it was like $20,000 or more per employee W-2. So depending on what you got, you're going to have to pay that back out, probably the IRS, since they are investigating heavily with this. But it's a lot of fraud. It's a lot of people putting things on tax returns that they shouldn't. And so the IRS is kind of holding, which they shouldn't, with some people, not everybody, but some people just have mistakes and things on their return. So let me scroll. Let me see. I went over a lot of this information on the IRS site weeks ago. And I'm hoping that sometime this week, when they do, I'll update it. They said they had 894,000 unprocessed Form 1040X that was amended. And they're processing and amended in the order they received too. And the current time frame can be more than 20 weeks. And of course, a lot of you know that. And taxpayers are encouraged to continue to check where's my amended return for the most up-to-date processing status available. Again, for those with the Form 941 that filed the employee retention credit, that's been held up because a lot of people been filing and getting it, and they was not eligible for it. So that's holding up a lot of people tax refunds too. And again, 945,000 unprocessed individual returns, and that's 2022 and 2021. That need review and correction. And 9,000 require error correction or other special handling, and 45,000 are paper returns, which they knocked that paper return down pretty good. And some of the tax returns. But if you filed early and you wondering what's wrong, is something wrong with your return, even if it need to be verified. If you filed it like early and you still don't see anything, it has errors and require further review. Okay, because the IRS said they already have processed all 2021 if those had no errors or didn't require further review. So right now, the ones, if you submitted it early, and you're waiting to see, that's the reason why. Now, if you owe the IRS, and you don't see an update, you don't see a bar, and you paid money for it through tax preparation, well, yours going to be completed last, because they're trying to get all the ones that require a tax refund in, you guys. Okay, they're trying to get all the ones who are trying to get the refunds in. The last day to file is October the 16th. For those who may be just watching and didn't file a tax return already, make sure you get it in. Those who filed extension, if you're in North Carolina, the one with the disaster areas, make sure you check IRS.gov to see if you have, I think it's the next year with that state. But all the rest of you have until October the 16th. Again, if you're watching now, you're just watching me. Make sure that you comment on the video, have any questions or concern. And also, the longer you wait on your tax refund, the IRS has to pay you 7% interest. So that's more money. Okay. I have links underneath the description of this video. So you click the link in the description to find out how to go to house.gov if you have it. Now, some of you have, to your congressman, also to your senator. I have that link. Click your state. Everybody is different. For those of you who are watching, don't know. Find your state senator or your congressman. They both separate sites. I know I be saying talking fast, but it's a state congressman and it's a senator as well. And they will reach out on your behalf, but you got to go there and pick your state and your senator or your congressman. Fill out the online form, give them all the information, and submit it. And then that gives them permission. Now, they'll reach back by email or by phone. Some people think it's just by email, so they don't pay attention to their phone, or they ignore whatever number, 1-800 number, and they said they didn't contact me back, and they don't contact you back, but you're not paying attention to your phone. Okay? So with the senator and the congressman, make sure that you pay attention to your phone, because sometimes they will call your phone. How do I know? During COVID, when we had to reach out to the House and the senators, and I know myself regarding loans and grants and things regarding my business, guess what? They contacted me by phone. And I had to pick up the phone. So please pick up the phone. Sometimes people do call you, but you do not pick up your phone. Okay? All right, make sure you do that. Also, for those of you who are my tax clients and are watching, the preseason loans, we all know, for those of you, some of you do the preseason loans or the holiday loans in November, whatever tax place that they'll have the loans coming in November. Mine's going to be in December. I've been contacted by my bank partner about the preseason loan, going to be early as December, and I always post or go live to let you guys know. And it's going to be by the cards, the Faster Money Discover prepaid cards. Again, this year I'll be offering them. The good things about the Faster Money Discover prepaid card is you can get your money and all the pins 4 days earlier, up to 4 days earlier, you guys, with the Faster Money Discover prepaid card. But you can still choose during tax season direct deposit or the printed check or whatever is best for you when you're doing tax preparation with me. I'm just letting you know all the options, and I'm letting you know about the holiday loans that's going to be coming up. Okay. All right, so I'm letting you know that. I know I'm talking about delayed tax refund updates, but I want to share that information with you guys as well. For those of you who are watching me for the first time or will watch the replay, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Why? Because I upload videos weekly and go live giving you the new tax updates, and also about business, wealth, and about finance as well. Tax season coming up, so you're going to see me more. You guys, doing tax season, so it's going to be a lot more people on here. I know last year definitely was, okay, with questions and concerns. Okay. All right, so if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so. All right, I'm hoping that you guys get y'all tax refund in soon. And also I'll be going live on By Grace Tax Services LLC. That's my other page. Is on the channel page as well, you guys. When you scroll down my channel, you see By Grace Tax Services. You're gonna see me doing tax season posting on there as well. For those of you who want to subscribe to that channel as well, By Grace Tax Services LLC, that is the business where I do tax preparation. Okay. All right, please, some of you, not everybody, some people was trying to contact me, and I have a team with my tax office trying to get me from my YouTube channel. Guys, don't do that. If you have questions and comments to me, all you got to do is comment below this video. Or else, if you want to email me, is also on the link that I provided. You guys, that you can do that through my email, but please do not contact my office, my tax office, during tax season, saying that you want to talk to me something about YouTube, when all you got to do is comment. And anything about those who want to become a tax preparer, all that information I also post below the video as well. So there's plenty of content, plenty of information, you guys. Also, for those who want to be a tax pro, forgot to share this. You can go to Dr. Linda Likely Store, bit.ly, and all this information on the description of this video. You guys, do y'all have any more questions and comments about anything? Okay. Let me know if you feel like you don't want to post a question on this live video. Don't hesitate to comment, because I always try to go back and answer any questions or concerns that you have, okay? And I pray that you will get your tax refund soon, and y'all have a good day.